Good afternoon, and what is a cool, grey, and cloudy day? It is Wednesday, the 13th of November, and yes, I'm in the Read Nook with a nice hot cup of tea and a box to unbox. And what I've got here is this. This is Karla's Choice by Nick Harkaway. This is a John le Carre novel, but it's not actually obviously by John le Carre, who of course is best known for his espionage novels, starring George Smiley. This is actually written by his son, a continuation of the storylines that John le Carre established in the series of books he wrote, involving Smiley and the circus, and of course Karla, Smiley's opposite number in the Eastern Bloc. So, the salamander lives in the fire because it has forgotten how to live any other way. It is spring of 1963, and George Smiley has left the circus. With the wreckage of the West Spy War with the Soviets strewn across Europe, he has eyes only on a more peaceful life, and indeed, with his marriage more secure than ever, there is a rumour that George Smiley might almost be happy. Control has other plans. A Russian agent has defected in the most unusual of circumstances, and the man he was sent to kill in London, is nowhere to be found. Smiley reluctantly agrees to one last simple task: interview Susanna, a Hungarian emigre and employee of the missing man, and sniff out a lead. But in his absence, the shadows of Moscow have lengthened. Smiley will soon find himself entangled in a perilous mystery that will define the battles to come, and set him on a collision course with the greatest enemy he will ever make. Set in the missing decade between the two iconic installments of John le Carre's George Smiley saga, The Spy Who Came In From the Cold and Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy, Karla's Choice marks a momentous return to the world of spy fiction's greatest writer. So, yeah. So there is an interesting phenomenon of people continuing the writing of people's works after their death. The obvious one that springs to mind is Tom Clancy. There are innumerable Tom Clancy novels, all set within his various settings, were written by different authors. And the same again with James Bond. Ian Fleming has been dead for 40 years. So, yeah. But I mean, the thing is, if there's going to be any one person who is probably familiar with the John le Carre oeuvre and is also an author, it's going to be his son. It does include notes in here on, his experience writing George Smiley. So that's going to be interesting to read, but basically put it in context. And of course, we're into the prologue, the setup, and then it's going to continue more or less as normal. Now, I mean, to be fair, I have this one to read very well long down into the future, partly because I've not read enough of the Smiley novels to get that far to appreciate all the nuances of the story. I have watched things like the masterful, it is generally masterful, television adaptation of Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy. If you ever get a chance to see it, do watch it. Oh, goodness, it's fantastic. There's a moment at the end of the first episode where he changes with just one action of polishing, putting on his glasses on, and he changes from genial to someone whom you know is in control and wants answers. So yeah, and then of course you've got the radio adaptations as well, which I like as well, and the film adaptation. So you've got adverts here, acknowledgements, and adverts here at the end of the book, and bibliographies or fly cover blurbs for both Nick Harkaway and his father. So there we go. So yeah, that's Karla's Choice, a John le Carre novel. I don't know whether this will be the first of many. I don't know how much, obviously because I haven't read as much as I want to or have had time to, whether or not there is this essentially lots of open spots in the canon where you could insert a new novel. That'll be interesting to find out in due course. Anyway, I do hope you enjoyed this unboxing in the Nook. If you did, then please do click on the like button down below. And if you've got any comments or feedback, I do appreciate you taking the time to post those. And lastly, if you want to be alerted to yet more unboxings in the Nook, where you'll see me out here with a box containing a book or game or role-playing supplement, in this case an espionage novel, that I will unbox and chat about to the best extent of my knowledge. I said best extent of my knowledge, for roughly 5 minutes or so, or 10 minutes or so, all of course accompanied by a nice hot cup of tea. Then please do click on the subscribe button down below. Thanks again for watching another unboxing in the Nook, and we'll be back again soon with another one. Bye for now.